Imagine the highest high, the biggest win. Elijah had just done the impossible. He called down fire from the sky, proving to an entire nation that their false gods were just that, false. He was on top of the world, a spiritual superhero. But then Queen Jezebel, the ruler who hated him most, sent him a single, terrifying message. By this time tomorrow, you're dead. Just like that. The highest high, followed by the deepest, coldest fear. Elijah didn't stand and fight. He ran. He ran faster and farther than ever before into the desolate, dusty wilderness. He was so broken, so completely spent, he couldn't take another step. He collapsed under a scrubby little broom tree, and he prayed the most desperate prayer of his life. He looked up at the empty sky and said, "I've had enough, Lord. Take my life. I'm no better than my ancestors. I'm worthless." Have you ever felt that? That bone-deep exhaustion where you just want to quit? That's where the mighty prophet Elijah was, burnout, despair. He was convinced God had abandoned him. But God didn't answer with a booming voice or a flash of fire. He answered with sleep and food. A gentle touch woke Elijah, and an angel of God had baked him a fresh loaf of bread and left a cool jug of water. It was the simplest form of care. Eat, drink, and sleep. Twice. God was saying, "Before I fix your soul, I will fix your body. You are exhausted." Strengthened by that simple grace, Elijah walked for 40 days to Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. He found a cave and hid, and then God came to him. First, a furious wind tore through the mountains, but God wasn't in the wind. Then a massive earthquake shook the ground, but God wasn't in the earthquake. Then a raging fire erupted, but God wasn't in the fire. And after the fire there was a gentle whisper, a sound of sheer silence. And in that quiet, personal moment, Elijah knew God was there. God hadn't abandoned him. He just needed to rest, reset, and listen for the quiet voice. God gently renewed his purpose, gave him new instructions, and reminded him that he was not alone. There were thousands of faithful people he hadn't even met. So, the lesson isn't about being perfect. It's about being human. It's about accepting that even after your biggest victory, you can still crash. And when you do, God's first response isn't a judgment. It's a quiet meal, a long sleep, and the gentle whisper of a loving presence. The fire doesn't always come on our schedule. Sometimes the deepest restoration is found in the stillness,